Heartbreak in Hartville. Episode 7. Heartbreak. Welcome back, sleuths. I'm Casey, your resident slice sleuth. This week's episode will be a doozy as we discover the fate of Daisy. Little Daisy Hart, the sweetheart of Hartville, has been missing for several days. Is she lost? Hurt? The victim of foul play? Kidnapped? Murdered? The evidence is starting to stack up. Which way do you see it pointing, sleuths? If you want to unearth the truth today, listen up. Your answers are on the way. Let's dive right in. The last thing Detective Robbins expected was exactly what he found atop a pile of mail delivered while he was questioning Emily. He had only stopped by his office to jot down a few notes and pull his thoughts together before reassembling the 4 ex-best friends in the same room. But now, he had a whole lot more to think about. A ransom note. It was handwritten and, as Robbins quickly noticed, hand-delivered. There were no postage stamps or markings. He stared at it for a moment, resisting the urge to touch it. Instead, he grabbed a pair of gloves and carefully picked up the envelope. The absence of fingerprints was almost a given. But Robbins wasn't about to take any chances. He opened the envelope with a letter opener and pulled out a single sheet of stationery. The envelope's inscription, written in bold black block lettering, delivered a clear message. Detective Robert Robbins, if they want Daisy back, read this to them now. Otherwise, the note was a conundrum. Robbins was sure of one thing immediately. This ransom note needed to lead to a resolution, not a tangent. Robbins' heart raced as he read the note, then briskly walked it down the hall for analysis. He swabbed for DNA, checked for prints, nothing, no immediate clues, and DNA results would take time. Still, as Robbins prepared to face Duke, Maggie, Dane, and Mary, again, this time he wasn't just dealing with deception, guilt, or tension. He was about to confront them with the unthinkable, a ransom demand.
I have news. It's breaking news, actually, because I just now received this. And I don't even have it processed or researched yet. But that is happening as I speak. All of it on Rush. Anyway, this note was left with explicit instructions to read it to you now. It was left with my mail on my desk. The author is unknown. As you can see, it is handwritten in this block letter style. No fingerprints. But there are clues here. This stationery, we'll track it down. We will find the source. There may be DNA. The writing will be analyzed. Even the ink may lead us to something. I mean, actually, to somebody. I'm going to read it aloud now. Please, all of you, I understand this is extremely emotional, but I'd like you to really listen carefully. I'm going to ask you for your impressions, if it sparks any ideas. Anything familiar? Does it sound like someone you know? Listen to the words, the language used.
Every one of them looks confused. A letter? Mary is the first to ask what they are all wondering.
What do you mean by a note? Does it say where Daisy is?
No, it's a ransom demand. I'll read it to you. Then you can all look at it more closely. It's protected in this plastic evidence bag. It needs to remain in there. The note is not addressed to any of you specifically. It's addressed to all of you.
This surprised everyone.
And I'm warning you ahead of time here, this is by no means an ordinary ransom note. Prepare yourselves. It's very personal, and it appears to be more of a threat.
So hopeful they would soon be wrapping Daisy in a huge family hug, her favorite kind of hug. And yet doom rested like a layer of toxic black dust in the pit of their stomachs, threatening to kick up and choke them at any moment. They will never see Daisy again. Then their thoughts diverged. The pit of doom in Maggie's belly grew. She was bombarded with despair. Like a plague, it consumed her, pushing away all hope until she no longer had any. It was because of the ransom demand. Maggie's skepticism quashed the hope she longed to hold on to. It had the opposite effect on Duke. Hope grew. Hope prevails. Duke thought this thought as hard as he could, pulling from the deepest reaches of his heart and mind and probably even his soul. It was as if a rush of hope poured out of him, silent but powerful.
The note reads, "Pay attention. This will require cooperation from all of you. The four best friends, like sisters, like brothers, like family, with your unbreakable bond, gather around your table and have an honest heart-to-heart. Honest, not like the lie detectors in which you all lied. All of you, including Duke, each of you has chosen your fate. Betrayal masked by lies is costly. The price is a lifetime of sorrow, a lifetime of regret, a permanently broken heart. You all selfishly, shamelessly gambled and lost precious Daisy in your effort to save yourselves. The ransom I demand is the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I am your judge, your jury, and very possibly your executioner. Daisy's life is in your hands now. Try to do better than you have so far."
That's it? What does that mean? Who cares about secrets? Do they want money? Duke, I will help you get money.
Dane, it didn't say anything about money.
What is this ransom note all about? It's deeply personal. It couldn't be from a stranger. Someone with a grudge, maybe. If it was about Duke, it likely was a disgruntled employee. Only Duke didn't have any. Maggie? As a lawyer, she was constantly facing adversaries. None seemed personal. Whoever sent this makes it clear. They are targeting them as a group, calling for truth and collaboration. At this point, they will need to call a truce if they expect to work together. A truce and a vow to each share the truths they have been hiding. Will that be enough to save Daisy? When Daisy vanished, the Harts, Maggie and Duke, immediately felt the void. It was a physical and emotional loss, a missing piece to the jigsaw puzzle that made up their family, their life. Without it, they'd never be complete. And when Duke told Maggie how he felt, like he had a hole in his heart, she understood. The hole in Duke's heart, in Maggie's heart too, could only be filled by the return of Daisy.
I'm getting my sweetheart back. I can get her. I will get her. All of you must cooperate. You have to. So Daisy can come home.
What is that supposed to mean, cooperate?
Mary, come on. He's just asking us to do what the letter says. Sit at the table, talk like friends like we always have, and get to the truth. Whatever you need, Duke. This is a mind game to tear us apart. We have to take care of each other like always.
Maggie internalizes her thoughts. Still full of doom, she doesn't believe Daisy is alive. She feels the loss, as only a mother can. And this so-called ransom note? Clearly a hoax. The lawyer in her was convinced of that. Duke, on the other hand, is still full of hope, pure hope. Maggie finally speaks up. She interjects to share a very concerning piece of evidence. It's just the type of detail Detective Robbins had requested they look out for. She recognized the paper immediately, the stationery the ransom note was written on. It came from her own kitchen. She'd used it for silly notes to Daisy, never imagining it would be used like this.
This stationery is from...
No, Maggie, you're mistaken. We can talk about this later. Me and you.
Duke! You know the stationery is the one I keep in the kitchen. I wrote silly notes and doodles to Daisy every day to put in her backpack. It helped when she got homesick in the afternoons at school.
Yes, Maggie, I know. I was willing to discuss this privately. I just want Daisy back.
Duke, no, you think I wrote that? It's my paper. Someone stole it, I guess. I haven't even touched it ever since.
Since Daisy vanished? I'm sending a tech over to retrieve the rest of the stationery and process the surrounding area for prints or anything else that we may find. With your permission, of course.
Yes, it's in the little desk cubby area in a blue box with daisies on it. It is where I saved those notes I wrote her to show her. I'm gonna show her them when she grows up. Probably on her sweet 16. But I'll be devastated to lose those notes.
It was for you and Daisy only, or also Duke?
Sometimes Duke likes to draw her silly faces and then she draws one for him, sometimes on that paper. I try to keep those in the box for Daisy too.
Who else knew about this box and this stationery?
Well, her teacher did, of course. Emily, she helped Daisy open the notes every day. I assume Dane and Mary knew. They were at school every day. And yes, actually for sure Mary knew. I shared it with her when she asked me to help her start a baby book. She wanted to list traditions she could share with their baby. It was last week. Oh gosh, Mary, I just told you.
You did? Yes. I asked you about it because I noticed Daisy's notes at school. I want to steal that idea. It's so precious and it creates such a great bond. And you were just gushing over sharing those notes on her 16th birthday. Her sweet 16.
I have so many questions, sleuths. How about you? First one, baby book? For her baby? Also, Maggie said Mary's been distant and moody for a couple weeks. That's not how Mary makes it sound. And when she attempts to display empathy for Maggie, it just comes out sounding off.
Maggie, I'm sorry, this is also emotional, but you're right. What if you lose those notes? Do you think whoever wrote this took the whole box?
I hope not.
Maggie, Mary, what baby? Is Mary pregnant?
No.
Yes.
But we're trying.
Mary? You told Maggie? I thought we were waiting. Anyway, this is getting off topic, and sorry, Detective, but none of your business. This is our private life, and it doesn't pertain to Daisy missing in any way.
I'm sorry, Mary. I know it was supposed to stay secret. I just cannot bear to have secrets when we just got that ransom note. And Dane, listen to me. She had to tell me. You know I do her shots. Her medicine changed.
Duke seems confused.
Mary? Are you really pregnant?
Mary won't look up, but nods. This is clearly news Mary wanted to keep secret.
Okay, everyone, let's move on for now. Y'all can discuss this later. Dane's right. Let's stay on track. No tangents. So, is there anything else anyone notices about the note? Dane, what is it?
I think they tried to copy my writing.
What do you mean, copy?
It's my printing, but too perfect. Not exactly how I write, but close, very close. Also, everyone in this room knows what my block writing looks like, including you, Detective. Yet nobody said anything. I find that weird, unless you're trying to trap me, and they're helping.
I assure you that is not the case. I want my daughter back. I don't want to frame you, Dane. I just want the truth. I need the truth. It's the only way to bring Daisy home.
Dane, you're right. It looks exactly like your writing. I didn't want to admit it, but it is. It's no copy.
I agree. It's Dane's writing or a professional forgery, which is not likely.
Mary. Duke. You're saying I wrote that note? This is getting nuts again. Do you even hear what you're saying? It's me, your husband, your best friend. I'm tired of defending myself about things I can't prove. How do I prove I did not write that? Let me take a handwriting test or something, please.
Okay. I'll be checking this all out. Dane, I do have writing samples. Y'all are going to have to trust me. I'm going back to my office to follow up on the many leads we now have. It's good. We're getting more concrete evidence established. I will find Daisy. I promise you that. Y'all need to get back to the ranch, regardless of your initial impression of this ransom note. Whoever wrote it wants y'all together around that dining table. That's what we're doing. I refuse to risk Daisy's life. I'm assuming the letter is real until it's proven otherwise.
The four of them have been sitting at the table for over 4 hours. They are still unsure what secrets they are supposed to be telling each other. But so far, there haven't been any revelations. Their time around the table has been spent, for the most part, with the three of them, Duke, Mary, and Maggie. Leaning on Dane, increasing the pressure, desperate to coax an admission of guilt out of him. Not about the writing. Robbins will provide that answer. No, they are most concerned about the list. The private investigator's list of pedophiles. There's no unequivocal evidence of guilt or innocence, just a name on a list that is far too suspicious to chalk up to coincidence. Dane has refused to admit anything. He also hasn't attempted to clear his name. And, probably most disturbing, he isn't even worried. The laid-back mellowness Duke loves about his best friend, he absolutely cannot tolerate in these circumstances. He can't see past his demeanor, which is so clearly incongruent to this situation. No urgency, no real action. It's starting to feel like he doesn't care. And the only logical conclusion Duke can reach is that he's been best friends with a sociopath for more than half his life. Robbins had been gone all day. He'd had a pile of loose ends and leads to delve into. And now for the first time on this case, he was approaching them with more answers than questions. A case file loaded with evidence, and the close of the case within reach. He had implored them not to leave the table, and he was relieved to see they were all still there when he returned. Dane was anxious to redirect the focus away from himself by appealing to Detective Robbins. He knew he couldn't hold up much longer if he didn't. He was counting on Robbins to switch gears.
We haven't gotten anywhere, Detective. If they want to help Daisy, they need to get past accusing me of things that are not true. It's wasting precious time.
Mary startles everyone when she jumps up, pointing aggressively at Dane.
Precious. Precious, that's the word you just used. It's a word from the ransom note.
Are you kidding? This is what I'm talking about, Detective. How is this helpful? I'm not even the first person to use that word today. But it doesn't mean anything. It's not locating Daisy. That's what we're all here for, right? To find Daisy, bring her home. Or should we just continue to sling mud back and forth and bury the truth so deep we will never unearth it?
Dead silence. Everyone realizes she's right, and all eyes are on Dane. Robbins uses the silent moment to get everyone's attention.
I need everyone to listen to what I have to say. I learned a few things today.
It turns out that Robbins was greatly understating what he had uncovered.
We've got the results back. The blood in the trunk, it's Daisy's. But there's something else. There's a second blood sample mixed in with hers. We ran the DNA and it's a match to someone else. Someone close.
It's Emily's, isn't it? She must know where Daisy is. You have to make her tell us.
Detective Robbins looks ready to continue, but he's distracted by Dane, who's squirming restlessly in his chair. Dane suddenly pops up, pacing the room like a caged animal.
May I continue?
Robbins is clearly annoyed by Dane's behavior, especially because Dane complains about others slowing down this investigation. Dane stops pacing, but his unease is disruptive. Robbins clears his throat and refocuses on the task at hand.
We have the information about who is tied to that name your PI gave us, Daniel Manning. We've matched the other blood evidence from the trunk, and we've discovered some important facts from the video surveillance at the school. We also reviewed video taken at the entrance and exit of the park where Dane says he was looking for Daisy instead of calling the police. Both tapes have answered important questions and helped nail down the timeline. The box of stationery and notes was right where Maggie said it would be, and it yielded more than we could have hoped for. The DNA and blood work analysis has provided the most pertinent, or rather condemning, detailed information. Finally, we have a theory on where we might find Daisy.
Take me to her. Take me to Daisy.
If you know that, I hope you're already looking, not waiting to finish your case summary here.
Yeah, let's get moving on this. Why all the drama and cloak and dagger nonsense? If you know, lay it on us. We all want Daisy back home safe as soon as possible, and whoever took her caught.
It's all in progress now. Trust and blind faith, I've not seen that from any of you. Not towards each other or yourselves, but I'm asking that of you now. There's a lot to unwind, and our chain of evidence needs to be properly secured and recorded as we go. We must be meticulous. I assure you, Duke and Maggie, as soon as I know, once everything is confirmed, you will know. I'm sharing it all here and now in real time. As it unfolds for me, I'll be unfolding it for you. First, the video. The one from the school clearly shows Daisy going out of range at 11:08 a.m. Dane, you got off the ladder 5 minutes before that. You're seen moving towards the left and out of camera range. You're there for about 2 minutes, and then you walk back through the camera's view and head off to the left again. Do you recall what you did in those 2 minutes? Daisy is still seen after you walk back through, so it had nothing to do with her.
I told Mary to let Emily know her boyfriend left her keys in the car.
Did he say where exactly in the car?
Under the driver's side mat.
So you admit you knew where the keys were? Why didn't you share that until now? Are you hiding something?
Absolutely not. I went straight to Mary and told her as soon as I spotted her standing where she always lines the kids up to transition them inside to Emily. The kids still had a few minutes of outside time, so I told Mary to let Emily know her keys were under the driver's side mat when she followed the kids inside. Then I left. Like you said, I walked past the ladder to the left. I had paint supplies on that side to clean up before they dried out. I was painting the first coat on the new shutters up on the top window, and I couldn't do any more until it had cured for 24 hours.
This is ridiculous, Detective Robbins. Who cares what he was doing on or off the ladder?
Questioning Robbins. So much for Duke having blind faith, right? He's understandably impatient. Since losing Daisy, time has lost all meaning to him. He can't tell if he doesn't have enough or he needs more.
So, Mary, you told Emily where her keys were when you came in?
I did.
Next, we see the line of kids coming from the direction where Mary would be lining them up. This is at 11:06 to 11:07. Daisy is last. The kids go inside, but Daisy turns her head to the right, as if someone called out to her. Then she walks in that direction off camera. She's not seen on camera again. Dane just clearly said you always follow the last child in and hand them off to Emily. Emily confirmed this is true. It's also why it took her quite a while to be worried about Daisy. She knew you had not come in and assumed Daisy was with you. She should have confirmed this for safety protocol, but she didn't. The kids were settling, and she confirmed she saw the back of your head right where the lineup started, right where Dane had chatted with you. It's off camera. You don't show up on camera until 12 minutes later, and this is when the alert goes out that Emily says Daisy is missing. This is also when you told Emily about her keys being in the car. So you weren't lying about that, but it was much later than we thought. And even Emily brushed off the info, not worrying about it because she was frantic over Daisy. What a strange time to tell her about her keys, Mary. We see Dane come in from the left side where he had gone off. He says he was cleaning up paint, and his hands are covered in paint that hasn't washed off yet. He must have been called over in a hurry.
Of course, I didn't take time to wash up. I could hear the sudden commotion. Emily was frantic and Mary was calling out to me. I assumed one of the kids got hurt.
So you're saying you were surprised to hear Daisy had gone missing?
I was. And I wanted to search for her right away.
Before calling the police?
No. Well, yes, Mary asked me to get in the car and check slowly all the way along the road to the park we take the kids to sometimes. It's several blocks away. And she wanted me to check the tall grass in case Daisy sat down and wasn't visible from the street.
So you did that instead of calling the police?
Yes, but I told Mary that if we didn't find her in the first 10 minutes, I was calling Maggie at least. She agreed. She headed on foot to check the forest, and I took my car. I drove slowly, and I could see over the grass, mostly where it's not so tall, but I still had to get out and check a few times.
Did you see Mary walk into the forest?
No, but she headed that way, and that was our plan. I called Maggie exactly 11 minutes later, set my phone timer. She was heading to the school by the time I got off with her. We talked maybe a minute. She was a mess. Of course she was. I called Mary right away and told her to forget the forest and walk back to meet Maggie at the school and call the police. I kept on driving to the park. That's why Mary was back before me, and why we didn't call the police right away. But we didn't wait too long.
Are you aware that Emily was the first to call the police, not Mary? Is that because she was protecting you, buying time for you to cover your tracks? Why would you keep going to the park?
Because Mary told me to.
We do have you on video entering the park at 11:46 and exiting at 11:52, so you were there 6 minutes total. That's all. We don't know where you were until you arrived back, and everyone else was there accounted for. Mary, Emily, Duke, and the patrolman securing the scene. I was even there before you. You rolled in at 12:30. It took you over a half hour to make a 5-minute drive back from the park? I don't buy it, even stopping to check the grass.
Okay. I admit I was scared to come back. I wanted everything to be already handled when I got there.
Scared of Duke? Scared to tell Maggie you lost Daisy? Scared to tell them you waited to call the police? Scared about what your wife might say?
I knew that was wrong, not calling 911 immediately. It bothered me and I couldn't justify it to them. Call it scared, but ashamed is more like it.
Okay, that's what you say. But you could have had Daisy with you the whole time. You could have left her or dumped her somewhere, and that's why you took so long. What do you think, Mary? Did it seem strange to you? Or were you expecting that?
I guess not. I didn't have a good judgment of time.
Do you know what time you finally did call the police, Mary? Was it right when Dane asked you to, or did you wait?
I didn't.
You didn't what? Call right away? Why would you want to give Dane more time to get Daisy out of there? Did you suspect him? Were you covering for him? Or were you in it together?
No, I didn't call the police. At all. I never did. I thought I could handle it. I didn't suspect Dane then. I believed he was checking the park and the grass. I believed him.
But you suspect him now?
I don't know what to think. He wrote the ransom note. It's his writing. And you come in with a list of things he has done. You make it sound bad. And that private investigator found his foster name on the list for having child porn, and he never did tell me what he did when he was a juvenile. Maybe because it was too terrible. I think I may not know my husband like I thought I did. I don't trust him anymore. And I don't believe him.
No, I expect you don't, Mary.
Once Mary verbalizes her suspicions, Duke can no longer hold back his fury. He lunges at Dane, fists clenched, ready to deliver a devastating blow.
Where is she? Tell me now.
I don't know. All these accusations. I don't have answers, but I did not write that note, and Detective Robbins said they found evidence. It had to have cleared me.
Duke is still posturing, ready to beat the answer out of Dane when Robbins jumps between them. He's not as big as either, but he's commanding, and the sound of his voice disarms Duke, who ultimately trusts Robbins more than he trusts anyone else.
Hold on, Duke. I'm just now receiving some of the info I needed, so I can finish up here. I am still awaiting some final details, but Dane's right, I can clear him. We know who wrote the note, and it wasn't him.
I know, it was me. I wrote it.
Yes, Duke, and I think I know why. But we can discuss that later. I'm sure this is coming as a shock to the rest of you. For the time being, I'm going to omit the ransom note from the updates on this case. While we did confirm, and as you just heard, Duke confirms, he wrote the note, but it's not relevant to Daisy's disappearance or finding her. So please, bear with me. I need to present this to y'all in the most understandable manner. If you follow my explanations, most, if not all of your questions, will be answered before we leave here tonight, so please, blind faith.
Robbins' tone is firm but understanding. He knows there will be emotional triggers, but he needs Duke to stay calm. He'd prefer all of them stay calm, but knows it's not likely. He breathes a sigh of relief when Duke reluctantly lets go of Dane and takes a seat. The rest of them may not be as controlled as Duke.
Duke, you probably remember Mary asking why the police were there when she approached you and Maggie in front of the schoolhouse when Daisy was first reported missing. It was never a believable statement. Of course she knew why the police were there. It's something I've continued mulling over and couldn't make sense of. Today, when she admitted she didn't call the police at all, it finally clicked for me. She wasn't pretending to not understand the police were there because Daisy was missing. Her statement carried a different meaning. Mary was shocked to find the police were there at all because she expected us not to be. She expected that nobody had called yet because she had made sure no one would. She knew she had not called, though she had told Dane she did so that he wouldn't call. Maggie was told by Dane that Mary had already called. Duke wasn't informed, so he wouldn't have called. She didn't consider the possibility that Emily would dial 911 because she had explicitly told her to wait. Mary had been orchestrating the situation for over an hour, setting everyone in motion on her terms, creating the narrative of Daisy's disappearance and how it was unfolding. And everybody seemed to be accepting of this, and Dane was actually accommodating her. Why? I'll tell you why. Empathy. You all were empathetic toward Mary. You all assumed her actions were driven by guilt, that she felt so guilty. She wanted to find Daisy herself, make up for losing her, and fix everything. While frustrating and even infuriating, her behavior was accepted as benign.
And you're no longer considering it harmless? Is that what you're saying?
I'm introducing another perspective for consideration.
And this is supposed to help? Having a new perspective? I'm overloaded. I need direct answers that lead to Daisy, and you alluded to having that. So please, detective, I'm losing patience.
I'm way beyond that.
I understand. I just need to clear up a couple things. Maggie, did you wonder why Dane called you? He didn't call Duke, he called you.
No, why would I?
No, somebody had to call her.
And you didn't ask Mary why she wasn't calling Maggie? Her best friend.
No, this doesn't matter. Who cares?
Duke had to wonder how you knew to drive to school.
Yes, I told him I saw a baby bluebird fall out of the nest right outside my office. The mother rejected it. It reminded me of Daisy. She loved to look at the tiny blue eggs. She loved that color, we both do. It's a very specific and very special blue. And she loved the baby birds. The one that fell? I wanted to rescue it, but it died. The mother didn't save it. It was so sad. I felt panicked. I felt helpless. And I had to get to Daisy. It made me uneasy, though, and now I view it as a premonition. I could feel Daisy needed me.
Okay, Maggie. That may be a connection you made to the impending tragedy you were about to face, but Dane called you. That's why you rushed to school. And you did not tell Duke that part. That's a big omission.
True.
What are you getting at? Maggie and Dane were in on it? Are you saying my wife and best friend collaborated and have something to do with Daisy?
They do have a connection. Yes, Duke, I'm sorry.
What is this? Where's Daisy? This is all wrong. Maggie and I want our daughter back. We don't want to sit here and listen to your wildly inaccurate theories, detective.
Maggie starts to cry, but Robbins doesn't ease up on the intensity of his words. This is no time for joking. This is a serious matter. But I can't resist a pun. Indulge me. Detective Robbins pauses, letting the implications of his words sink in. It is a pregnant pause.
Look, Dane, the fact is, Mary asked you to call Maggie. You didn't think it was strange of her to ask because Maggie was the first one you would have called instinctively. And Mary knew that. There are so many secrets among y'all. I'm sure finding out Duke wrote the ransom note was shocking. This isn't easy, but the only way to get through this is to lay it all out. Secrets are about to be spilled. I'd rather you spill them, but I will if I have to.
The detective is right. They all harbored secrets, and those secrets tell a story of 4 friends whose loyalty, love, strength, selflessness, and concern for each other knows no boundaries. They held onto their secrets to protect their own hearts and the hearts of each other. When the threads snagged and it began to get tugged at and pulled on, the intricate way their lives were knitted together, loosened, weakened, and eventually unraveled completely. Daisy, the innocent victim of the undoing. Can broken friendships be mended? How about broken marriages? Broken hearts? Did the damage of betrayal destroy the bond of love? Or does love conquer all? The truth is, the truth has already caused irreparable damage, repercussions that are irreversible. Even though none of them know the whole truth, they all hold pieces to the puzzle that makes up this tragedy. Sharing with each other now, coming together to assemble their pieces can't change everything. but it will profoundly change their hearts. Nobody seems willing to start. Maggie and Dane are locked in a silent stare, and oddly, so are Duke and Mary. Maggie shifts her eyes to Duke, reaching for his hand. For the first time ever, Duke recoils from Maggie's touch. That's the moment her heart breaks.
Duke, I'm so sorry.
Sorry? Maggie, you're going to have to tell me. At this point, jumping to conclusions is not enough for me. I need to hear the truth.
Duke, I'll tell you. Mary, I'll tell you both.
Dane looks to Maggie to read her face. He's saving her from having to say the words he knows she had intended to never say. Maggie nods her head, letting Dane know to continue on.
There's no easy way to say this. Daisy, it's possible.
Say it!
I might be Daisy's father.
Duke turns to Maggie. Her tears are confirmation enough. Duke is stunned. This is not something he had ever considered. In fact, he would have believed it to be impossible.
Is he, Maggie? Is Dane Daisy's father?
I don't. We don't know, Duke. But Daisy is yours no matter what. She's ours. Yours and mine. She's always been our little girl.
Duke turns his eyes to Mary. He finds her expression difficult to discern. She appears detached. He's not sure if his mind is playing tricks on him, but he thought he noticed her shoulders shrug. If he was looking for an ally, Mary didn't seem willing. He found her demeanor both strange and unnerving.
I'm sorry, Duke, but you figured out early on that getting to the heart of the matter would be the key to finding Daisy. You needed the truth. That's why you wrote the ransom note, to force interaction, to see if everyone could set their self-preservation aside and put Daisy first, to have everyone tell the truth. Now you have part of it. And obviously this isn't easy. That's why secrets are kept. Mary, do you have anything you need to say?
What's my secret? I didn't sleep with Duke. My husband is the bad guy here. And Maggie, I told you it was hypocritical to call out someone else for betrayal.
Your secret is that you knew, and you didn't hide it well earlier, or just now. You knew about Dane and Maggie, and something led you to suspect their secret about Daisy. What was it, Mary? Something in the way she looked? Her eyes? Her smile? Whatever it was, it drove you mad, Mary.
I don't have any secrets. I told you it's Dane who had secrets. Porn, assault, adultery, probably even murder. Maybe he's done this to others, not just Daisy.
No, Mary, the PI cleared Dane. It was a coincidence. Not him. It is some pervert who's in jail already for other things he's done to kids. So even he didn't take Daisy. Dane didn't either. He also didn't write the ransom note, as you know. That must have confused you, finding out there was a ransom note for Daisy. We found the impression of the note on the top page of stationery, and a single perfect latent fingerprint, right index finger. Duke's. I expected yours, but the note had nothing to do with Daisy missing. Just a desperate father willing to try anything to save his daughter. No one else took Daisy. Only you could have, Mary. You only came back 2 minutes before Dane because you ran back and drove Emily's car back to the Hart Ranch. You made sure you knew exactly when Maggie left, and you knew Duke would be picking Daisy up from school. Nobody was home as you had planned. But you're on camera, Mary. At least the car is. Emily's car. It's there for half an hour, then drives away. You brought Daisy, took her tiny body, and probably tossed it down the well. We're confirming that now, and drove back to park Emily's car in the lot. In your haste, you forgot to put the keys under the driver's side mat, though. And you left the driver's seat back too far.
No, this is crazy. It wasn't me. Why would I? And when could I have killed her anyway?
Mary, come on. You had almost 15 minutes out of sight of the cameras. She walked to you when you called her. You never followed the kid's line back in, so you were unaccounted for, along with Daisy. But both Dane and Emily placed you in the yard, out of camera sight. Also, you didn't tell Emily about her keys until after she reported Daisy missing to you. You told her to watch the kids while you and Dane looked for Daisy. You knew Emily wouldn't be able to go to her car. Daisy was already in the trunk by then, where you had left her. We found a sock with her DNA on it, saliva and blood. We withheld that information because only the kidnapper, the murderer, would know about that. You shoved it down her throat. It kept her quiet and it killed her. How efficient, Mary. You're known to be efficient, to create detailed plans, to be calm under pressure. You were able to utilize your strengths, but even you made mistakes. Maybe it was your pregnancy brain, tired, forgetful?
No. You're just storytelling. There's no proof. Your facts are fabricated.
Mary, you forgot the first thing I said when I addressed all of you today? The blood DNA evidence matches Daisy. But there is another contributor.
She was biting her nail. It was bleeding. It was one of the reasons I agreed to wait to call. I thought I was protecting her from having to face losing Daisy. She was chewing at her bloody finger, and I thought she was having a nervous breakdown. It scared me.
Yes, the blood matches Mary. She broke her nail. And I expect a call here very soon saying they also found blood on Daisy. Her body, her clothing, her mouth. We won't have results immediately, but they will come soon enough. Mary, please stand and put your hands behind your back.
Robbins cuffs Mary, placing her under arrest for felony kidnapping and first-degree murder with special circumstances. He Mirandizes her and leads her away to be processed into jail. Nobody says goodbye. Nobody will even look at her.
Just so you know, I'm sure of everything I said in here. There's plenty of evidence. I'll need y'all to testify. And that won't be easy, but I'm sure you'll do it for Daisy. I want to take the three of you out to your well now, if it's okay with you, Duke. Daisy is there. You can say goodbye to her.
Yes, take us to her. The three of us. Maggie, Dane, let's go.
Maggie falls to her knees, her strength finally giving out. Duke instinctively reaches for her, but so does Dane. Duke glares at Dane, struggling to separate the friend from the betrayer, and the same goes for Maggie. Where did Duke fit in now? His whole pre-existing life felt like a lie. Maggie, Dane, and Duke walk out behind the detective, arm in arm. As they make their way outside, Duke's voice is barely audible as he addresses Robbins.
For Robbins, I'm no dummy. You did a DNA profile on Daisy and the rest of us. You didn't say she was mine.
Robbins stops and holds Duke's gaze until Duke nods almost imperceptibly.
Dane is Daisy's biological father.
Duke feels numb, his hearing muffled, and his vision blurred. Suddenly, the three of them shift, and Maggie and Dane are holding Duke up. Tears stream down Dane's cheeks, dropping to the ground and splashing. Duke doesn't cry tears. He makes a deep, grumbling sound that seems to come straight from his soul. It sounds like heartbreak. He feels like he's dying of a broken heart. Maggie musters the strength that Duke had always admired in her. Her eyes are red and watery, but her voice doesn't waver.
The three of us have a lot of grieving to do. And Daisy deserves to have her two daddies act with dignity as we mourn her. It's complicated, how we each feel about ourselves, about each other, but we all feel the same about Daisy. We all love her beyond our wildest dreams. We all lost a part of ourselves when she died, and we will all carry her with us in our heart forever.
Episode 7, over and out. Wow. How did that go for you sleuths out there? Any surprises? Many surprises. There's a whole lot to digest, I know, but you probably noticed. There are still plenty of loose ends to tie up. In episode 8, I'll let you in on the aftermath of this tragedy and share more details that will answer those questions that still linger. We all love an epilogue, don't we? Especially when it still holds true that nothing is ever exactly as it seems. Infinite thanks for listening. How do you feel after an episode of Slice of Crimes? One step closer to the truth? If you haven't cracked the case yet, no worries, you're not alone. But before you go, remember, the mystery doesn't end here. Enjoyed this episode? Show some love, share Slice of Crimes with your friends, family, or even that neighbor who's a little too interested in true crime. Oh wait, that's probably you. Your 5-star ratings and killer reviews help keep these investigations coming. And I couldn't do it without you. Got your own theories, burning questions, or maybe a case you think I should tackle next? I'm all ears. Send your ideas and suggestions my way. The more you engage, the sharper my sleuthing gets. So until next time, fellow sleuths, keep your wits about you. Stay curious. Stay sharp. You never know what the next slice of crime will serve up. And trust me, you won't want to miss it. Infinite thanks for listening today and for tuning in next week.